Welcome back.
Yeah.
MyBottleShop.com video review.
Back again. How are
Back
ya?
again. Sev the Calabrian.
Yeah, and Rock the Viking.
Rock the Viking.
What's going on?
Alright, what have we got today, Marcus? We have something from Australia.
Yeah, right today.
That's right. We've got an Australian whiskey.
Lovely.
Yeah, we're going to have a taste into this. It's the Gospel Straight Rye.
Stay tuned!
Stay tuned! Welcome back, Sev the Calabrian. Mate, alright, today, whiskey. I know you're a whiskey man.
I am.
And
like you are.
yeah, and I know you're excited.
Yeah,
let's be honest, right? Anything whiskey, mate.
Let's cut to the chase here.
And you're a bit of a rye man too, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't mind a good old rye.
Yeah, what's your favourite rye straight off the bat?
Off the bat? A Willet, 5.
Willet, I knew you'd say
I don't know about 5 year, but
4 year, 4-year-old Willet.
Yeah, 4 year. Lovely.
Right. This one we got is Aussie rye,
Yep.
which is a bit of a weird sort of thing, isn't it? Because
that's why I'm very interested today, because I don't think I've tried an Aussie
well,
rye.
I haven't tried it. And
Yeah.
This is, I think, the first and only
Yeah.
rye whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's made in Victoria, the Gospel. And we've got the straight rye there, and also this original one they bought at the Solera.
Yep.
Um,
right.
So I thought today what we'd do is give this straight rye a bit of a crack.
Awesome. Good stuff.
And this whiskey we were just talking about this from our good friends at Melbourne Moonshine.
That's right. Which is now no longer known as Melbourne Moonshine.
Well, yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah. So they were Melbourne Moonshine. I think they established in 14 or 15.
Since 2015.
Yeah, there you go, 2015.
This will be an original collector's bottle from Melbourne.
And we really liked that moonshine, didn't we? It was good stuff.
I think it was pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it had a few teething problems in the early days.
Yeah,
You know, what are you talking about now? 2015, so 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They had a few issues here and
getting
there.
established, but then they came out with some rippers. I think that apple pie, Melbourne apple pie moonshine was great
Cracker.
stuff.
Well,
Great stuff.
right.
So I guess we were pretty surprised to see that now they've shifted the focus a bit. I think as of last year, 2019, they're now known as the Gospel Distillers.
It's a shame because I wish they'd bring back this. I love this sweet tea shine.
You're holding on to that one now, aren't you?
This is the collector's bottle.
That's
so
right.
I'm sorry to see that go, but this is hey fellas, do another run of this. This is great.
But now they are focusing on rye whiskey, which is great. Obviously, they're getting inspired by the American rye, so
it seems to be
they've come out with their own. So you've seen the 2 bottles in here.
Yeah,
I think
they're beautiful bottles.
Yeah, they're amazing. They
Look
really
at this
are.
on the top here. I don't know if you can see this here. It's got like a map of Australia here. I don't know if that can show up, and it's quite a thick bottle, right, Sev? What do you think about that?
Yeah.
And look at the writing there on the side.
Yep,
What does it say?
right. It's pretty schmick.
Distilled and bottled in Melbourne, Australia. I don't know if you can see that. It's a pretty schmick bottle, eh, man?
It's like a square bottle, but it's got like a bit of a 3D thing going on.
Yeah, I love the
around
bottle.
The edges, and it's really class.
Pretty luxe bottling.
That's right.
And you can see here the whole packaging is pretty light.
Yeah.
And this, like in Australian terms, this is what, $90?
Yeah.
Which is
I would say it's 100.
It's
whiskey,
don't you think, well, we haven't tasted it yet.
Well,
But looking at it, you're thinking this is going to be a cracker, right?
That's right.
And you're going to tell us a bit of a story while I pull this bad boy out?
Yeah. Well, while you're pouring it, look, the one we're trying is 45%. Basically, by the way, they got I think another one just been released. It's a cast strength. So, if you're interested in it, and if we like that, maybe we can do the cast strength next time.
Yeah, right.
I think it came out not too long ago. So,
right.
get into that. But basically the grain comes from the Murray-Mallee over in Mallee.
Yeah.
Sorry, over in South Australia. I'm not from there.
Victoria?
Is it Victoria?
Yeah, Victoria, yeah. It's just something here, sort of an area around Mildura. So sort of go northwest of Melbourne.
There you go.
Along the A79.
Right. And I heard that it doesn't rain much there
Very dry.
too often. So it's very dry. And apparently that gives the grain full of flavour. They then get the grain. Basically, they put it through a column still. Then they finish it in a pot still, and then they age it in a 24-month-old seasoned barrels for 2.5 years. So
yeah, right.
That's the process.
Well, see, the thing is with the rye grain, you know, and this one from the Mallee up there near Mildura is a very small grain because it's, you know, it's basically, it's you could almost say it's a desert out there,
Yeah, right. Oh,
in
there
country
you go.
Victoria.
Oh,
It hasn't rained
explains
in
the
years.
rain.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the rye grain shrinks up really small. And, you know, if it's a distiller, and, you know, here at my bottle shop, we've done a bit of moonshining in our time, haven't we, Marcus, right?
That's right.
And, you know, the rye grain doesn't have a lot of sugar content, or if it does, it's very compacted inside the grain.
Yeah.
So making a rye whiskey is hard work.
Right.
And that explains why the rye whiskies often cost a lot more.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you look at a
course,
rye
of
whiskey
course.
compared to, but like wheat, you know, like for bread or whatever, it's got a lot of starch in it, which gets converted into sugars, which the yeast eats on, makes it into alcohol, right?
Interesting, but you'd think with all the, I guess, the dry climate we have here in Australia, why wouldn't there be more of Australian rice?
Well, I think that's where these guys are going.
Yeah,
I think you did.
untapped market. I guess.
I think you bang on.
Yeah.
Somebody there at Melbourne at Gospel Distillery said, "Well, yeah, that's right. We're dry country. We've got the rye grain and the Mallee there, and
there's a lot of good Australian whiskey out, you know, at the moment, going crazy. So,
well,
you know,
I'm a big fan of Starwood. You know that.
Mate,
You know,
we do know that.
Starwood Nova and my cornflakes.
Right.
Now I'm hoping, you know, I'm thinking maybe we should have gone the Solera, but the Solera is just where they move the whiskey barrels around, right? So they just put the rye whiskey in there and the barrels and rotate them around, you know, rotating things, so it goes through the different barrels. I didn't know that, I don't know what exact barrels, but wine barrels. So they said this was a little bit more of a wine flavour, like Starwood and Sullivan's Cove and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a bit regretful, maybe we should have opened that. But you and I both love straight rye.
That's
so.
right, yeah. I think we've done the right choice. I think.
Well,
this is groundbreaking for us. It's an Australian rice, straight rice. So
straight rice, so straight up. So what
Yeah.
we'll do is we'll come back and we're going to taste it. We're going to stick our necks straight into this,
right.
and you know,
Tell you exactly what
get
we
this
think.
straight down our necks, and give it a good run.
That's it. Back in a sec.
Back in a sec. All right. So welcome back. Now we poured some into the glass. I don't know. I've got the little Sonoma. Californian single. I've got the what do they call single old fashioned glass, but it doesn't seem to be filled up as much.
Yeah, well, that's where you get deceived.
Yeah, maybe get deceived. So we see.
Oh,
Whoop! There goes our Melbourne Moonshine.
Can't lose the Melbourne Moonshine.
No, and you see that's an early batch on there too.
Yeah.
That was from when? 2016.
Lovely.
So early days. All right, so let's have a look at the colour. I'll put this back up here.
Ooh,
I'd say it's golden.
Yeah,
right?
nice golden colour. That's right.
Right.
Mm.
Right, that's pretty golden there.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done it again, mate.
See, maybe next time we should stick with my home country,
That's-
the old Luigi Bumpioni.
Luigi,
mate.
that's right. These little
Dropping it everywhere.
Dropping it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
Haven't even tasted it.
Yeah, all right. So it's a good. We've got super golden.
Yeah,
colour.
nice golden. All right, what do you think of the nose?
Well, I mean,
Ooh.
you know, I suppose you get that rye, but it's not. It's a little bit sweeter than what
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
expecting.
bit sweeter.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's not like
Not
I
like
guess
your-
your dry rice smell.
No.
You're thinking, oh, well, this is going to be exactly as it smells.
Yeah.
This is a bit sweeter.
So what would it be? I suppose you got Pikesville, you got Sazerac rye, Pikesville rye, Willett rye.
Yep.
What else you got? They're the sort of big guns, I guess, of the American rye scene. And normally when you notice those, they're really, I don't know, just get that hit of rye
that's
bread
right.
aroma,
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Even the old granddad, when you open that up, it's just poor.
Ooh,
You
love
get
the
that
old
right,
Granddad,
the
don't you?
right hit. But no, this is definitely a bit sweeter. More of a whiskey other than a pure rye.
Mm.
What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I always say, you know, rye is like getting in a gunfight, you know, and you go down the OK Corral and somebody punches you in the head,
Yeah.
right? And then you're thinking, oh, yeah, that was terrible. And then afterwards you're thinking, yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's all right. Yeah,
But-
I'll have another sip. You know.
Have another sip and then it gets better. You know, the more hits you get in there, the
You
better
actually
it gets.
quite like this rye. Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
love
It's the
this rice.
This is the worst rye I've ever had. This is
This is the best rye ever.
So yeah, so a few good sweets.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that falling over. Nose is a bit
reckon?
funny to me.
Yeah. Look, you definitely get the oaky taste. You know, when it hits your lips, but then afterwards, I guess all the flavour. You get the rye hit, obviously, but then the sweet like raisins and I guess some more.
What sort of tasting notes have you got down there? Have you got some?
Well, exactly that. It's actually, but it does say raisins, but do you get spice? It says spice and leather.
Not as-
Our favourite leather.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
The
about
leather
that.
suckers are at it
yeah,
again.
I don't know about leather.
don't know. I always think if you're going to have a rye, that it should be spicy.
Yeah.
I definitely get the raisins though.
Yeah.
100%
but
I get that.
not so much the spice.
No, it's not as spicy as what, you know, if you've got like a Willet or a Pikesville or especially Sazerac,
that
they're
definitely
really,
hits you, eh?
yeah, they're spicy, you know, they give you that. I always think, you know, when you have a rye, you should be, you know, salivating in your mouth, chewing on your mouth, should be chewy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not getting that, to be honest. Guys probably kill me for this, but you know, I know they finish this off in a pot still, so it goes through the column still and comes down the pot still, and probably the original Melbourne moonshine would have been pot stilled. I'm gathering, right? I still get hints of the original moonshine. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's so very true.
Maybe it's the same still, you know.
Yeah.
It's retained some of that character. When they finish off the rye,
that is a good theory.
it's got a bit of the moonshine
you can
character.
definitely get that character. Yeah, that moonshine is in the aftertaste for sure. So
Isn't it?
Very interesting.
I mean, this is 100% rye.
Yeah.
So moonshine would be what? 100% corn, you know. So it can't really be like that. But they're saying here, the Gospel Straight Rye is the second release from the Gospel Whiskey Distillery, as you said.
Dang, I think that you got the Solera there.
Yeah, I'm reading off this one's hang tag because this one came with a classy hang tag, which is pretty deluxe.
Yeah.
This one's obviously lost it or never came with it.
Yeah.
And they're saying so from the distillery in Brunswick, which I think I don't know if that was in Brunswick originally, but it's aged in new American oak barrels, and it's a perfect expression of 100% Australian rye.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is 100% Australian rye from Mallee up in Victoria there. Mildura, Victorian Desert area.
Well, there you go. Well, it doesn't really taste like it, but not saying that it's not good. It's just that it's not really like your traditional rye.
It's got a lot happening in the mouth, hasn't it?
Yeah.
To me, honestly, it feels a little bit unstable. Doesn't feel or taste as pure as what I expect of rye.
Yes,
you know?
that's right. Yep, I do agree with that.
Which you got to remember though, in Australian dollars, you're talking $90, and it's in a beautiful bottle and packaging. You know, if we were going to be drinking Pikesville, or Willet, or Sazerac, we'd be up around $150 mark, right?
That's the very basic.
Right, so you're talking half. You know, you're talking a big jump up. So they've done well to make this affordable.
Yeah.
But I hope that it doesn't necessarily turn off rye drinkers.
Yeah.
But you could probably put this in a cocktail, right? Some sort of rye cocktail.
What would you put it in?
Maybe what about like a rye cobbler or rye old fashioned or rye Manhattan?
Yeah,
because it's got some good legs to it.
Yeah.
It's 45. What is it? Sorry, that's a Solera.
Yeah, no, it is 45.
45.
Yeah,
So it's 45%, which what would Pikesville be? 45, 50. Sazerac. I mean, they're around that that money, right?
Yeah.
Now.
All right. Well, my bottle shop mark time, I think.
Let's give it a mark. Is there anything else we want to say about this? I suppose that, before we go off this topic, it's just, as they say in Australia's one of the driest regions in the driest. So Mallee, as they say, here's the driest regions, the driest country in the world. Yeah. Stored in Melbourne. Oh, here you go. Shoot it straight up or mix it in Manhattan. There you go.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah. This is the Solera, mine.
Yeah.
But it's the same juice. So flavour notes, caramel and spice on the nose, cream caramel on the palate.
Yeah,
put in the Manhattan, or have it with ginger ale.
Yeah. Interesting.
We should have got some of that. What's that? Fever Tree
Spice.
That was great. The Fever Tree Spice.
Was the orange?
Spice orange ginger ale.
Sure.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut, and then we're going to give a my bell shop mark.
Yeah.
We've just cut back. You made a very good point in the break there, so we should taste this with water.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to like to try this one.
Yeah,
with
let's give it a bit of water because we're just drinking it neat.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't normally put water in your rye, but we're just going to do it.
Let's give it a run.
I'm going to put 5 drops in there. I don't want to.
We don't get too much more than that.
Yeah, put that in there. Let's give that. Let's just see if that changes a little bit, stabilises it a bit.
Right, yeah.
Because we're getting a lot of different things going on in the mouth.
Yeah, so much going on in this one. Between the rye and the sweet bits.
I still get that overwhelming raisin note. I think the water makes it even more fruity. What do you think?
Really, for me, it brought more of the rye on.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you find it a bit more spicy?
Yeah, with the water.
Right, there you go.
I mean, I don't know, maybe put about the same amount of water in both cups, so
Mm.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, right. I think if I was going to be, if I was going to be drinking this, I probably would add a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Just helps even it out a little bit. Helps stabilise it a bit.
Yeah, man, I think it tastes a lot better now.
I do love the colour of this, I must say.
Yeah.
One thing, you look about it in the glass, whatever, it's a magnificent colour.
Yeah.
It's got that bright gold.
Yeah.
Must be from the rye, the Australian
Got some
rye.
legs on it, as you said, as well.
Yeah, right. Is it? Yeah. It's got a little bit of legs around the glass, gripping onto the glass there. Yeah, that's true. All right, so what we're going to do is now we've had a little bit of water.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a My Bottle Shop mark.
That's right.
That'll be a mark out of 100. As we do. And, we post each of these My Bottle Shop marks up.
Yep.
So what we'll do is we'll go over there.
Yep.
I don't know what your mark's going to be. You don't know what my mark's going to be.
Totally not in cahoots here. It's
That's
just gonna
right.
take it as it comes, and what we think, I guess, and explain why we've marked it what we've marked it. It's alright, you want to go first?
Alright, I've given the Gospel Straight Rye, I've given it a 79 out of 100. I've gone a little bit higher probably than what it deserves, I won't lie, and that's just because, it's an Australian whiskey, and it's the first time Australian whiskey.
Yeah.
I think the packaging is incredible.
Yeah.
I just love it. I have one of these sitting on my desk, as you know,
Yeah.
or behind my desk.
Yeah.
Just the bottle, I think, is impressive. It's impressive design, hang tag, the whole thing with the Mallee rye.
Yeah.
I just love that whole
Yeah.
story.
Yeah,
so,
the story. I mean, it's funny. I've given it a 78, so
There you go.
we are pretty much on the same wavelength here. Same type of thing. I was very interested to try this Australian rye. It's kind of pretty groundbreaking in terms of being here. And look, I wasn't expecting what I tasted. I'm not going to lie. Was expecting something like a more traditional American rye. It was nothing like that. But in saying that, I loved it. It was good.
Yeah.
And bit of water opened it up right up.
It
just was a different rye than what I was used to. That's all.
And to be
being a
honest,
rye drinker.
Yeah, and to be honest, for like $90 Australian, if you had this sitting on your bar, or at your place, or in your case, in your collection of your bottles that you have,
That's right. In
that
your
you never
collection.
open and just admire. It's a pretty,
collection.
yeah, that's right. It's pretty impressive, looking product. You wouldn't be ashamed to have that in your bar or whatever.
Great looking bottle in your bar.
And to tell the story,
people. That's
tell
right.
the story and the
That's right.
the corky. You can see that they've gone to a lot of effort.
That's
so
right. Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
That's right.
Respect that.
We do. So
And I always loved the Melbourne Moonshine. It was a great product.
Yep.
The apple pie, the sweet tea.
Yep.
Man, great taste.
And I'd be keen to try, that cask strength, and I think they've got
Wow.
a few more on the pipeline as well.
Can't wait for that.
So if this is their first few bottles, it'd be interesting to see.
Can only get better from here,
that's
right? So,
exactly right.
so maybe in a few years' time, this will be an 89.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, until then,
Thanks for tuning in once
thanks
again.
for tuning in. Now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Come on, have you put some thought into this? No.
You always put me on the spot.
All right, we're going to do a T on how to smash that subscribe button.
Trash that subscribe.
Right.
button.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh no. Oh no.
Terminate that subscribe.
Terminate. That's a beauty. You got
Twitch on that
Twitch
subscribe.
on it. Ooh, Seb the collaborative.
Taste that subscribe.
Taste it. Oh god. Trash.
Even if you're feeling
terminate.
thirsty, tongue that subscribe button.
Troll that subscribe button. Right, there's a few different things.
Yeah.
But once again, you've won the letter competition again.
Nice.
So go and Seb the collaborative, Rock the Viking. Until next time, mybottleshop.com.
Cheers.
Cheers.